Right, we're just about to leave Livingston with the truck here. There's just a couple of little things I'd like to mention. One is basically how I drive it. Whether it's right or wrong I don't know, but it seems to work with me. Whenever I can, I always make sure that the lift axle is up, and I also once I've started the vehicle, make sure that the automatic exhauster brake is switched off. Purely because it stops a lot of jumping around. If you switch the auto exhaust brake off, you don't have it braking when you don't want, especially in icy weather or snowy conditions where it could throw you into a jackknife. But it's a way I've found that it also helps you be a bit more economical with the way you drive, because you can cruise or coast for far longer without the exhaust brake cutting in. If I do need the exhaust brake, I just press the end of the stalk here and use the manual exhaust brake, and a lot of the time I generally run in manual gears anyway. Normally stay in auto where it's a bit more technical, as the truck seems to be able to change gear faster than I can manual. It depends on the truck. So you can have 2 or 3 different MAN 480s and they're all different in the way they behave. One thing to note is the exhaust brake on the 440s isn't very effective, but it's quite effective on the 480s. Something I use quite a lot. So but anyway, we're going to start her up here and move on. So switching the auto exhaust brake off, and away we'll go. Select gear. On switch. And away we go. Notice there, that was just a little demonstration of what happens if you put the exhauster on. It actually throws it down a gear. So it's a reason why I generally stay in manual and avoid pressing the exhauster when you're not in manual, and it's why you get all that leaping around when you're in auto with the auto exhauster brake switched on. One of the secrets of fuel economy is trying to keep your wheels rolling, but sometimes you can't just do that. And on here you have a hill start button which leaves it on for just a few seconds when you take your foot off the throttle. So if you watch this now, hopefully we can go in a minute. Just a few seconds, the truck's sitting there. Hold on a minute, we have another one here that's just appeared from nowhere. Right, on we go now. Wherever possible, you want to try and keep your wheels rolling at even at slow speeds, just as long as they're rotating. But the hill start button is quite handy, but always remember it's only on for a few seconds. The last thing you want to do is roll back into the vehicle behind you. I generally switch that off once I'm rolling again, like now. The symbol on that is it looks like a set of brakes with a truck in the middle going uphill. Just try it out sometime. The more you experiment with all this stuff, the more useful you'll find it. Right, another little bit we're going to try here is the limiter. So what you can do is actually click the bottom button on the right hand part of your steering wheel, and you'll see the limiter will come up in your dash. And actually just press the plus button exactly where the speed you want to do, which is 40 mile an hour here. I've got it 64 k's. Now what will happen now is, it doesn't matter how much throttle I give that, it will not go over 64 kilometers per hour. The only thing you've got to watch for is if you start falling away down a hill, it'll overrun as normal. But it's handy for going through roadworks. Say you're going through roadworks at 50 miles an hour and you want to sit at 50 miles an hour, instead of having it on the limiter, on the cruise control, try the limited speed option. Also, the thing to remember is when you actually put the limiter back on, your preset cruise limit, say if you've been on a motorway doing, I don't know, 89 k's or whatever it is, you know, and then you do 50 mile an hour on the limit mode, when you actually switch it back to the cruise control, your preset speed will still be there, so you just press resume and away you go. All memory on this one, isn't it? Manual. Today we're going to do a little bit of a test, which is 52.5, I think. There we are. We're sitting, we're actually doing a little fuel test today where I have to sit at 85 k's, but hopefully you've got a little bit of a gist of a few more tricks that I use, but you really want to develop your own systems. These are just guidelines. Experience and skill, as your driving career develops, you'll get your own systems. They're probably better than my systems, but just try anything, whatever combination of techniques produce the best fuel and the best driving style for you. Anyway, I hope it's been a little bit helpful, this little video.